而家未有人入嚟喎。
唔緊要㗎，How come？
Rotate device back。哦，佢要依個先得。
你呢個 YouTube 啊？
嗯
哼。你個
唔緊要啊，依個都得。係啊。
你開始話俾我聽。
開始不過冇人喎入邊。
未有啊？
未有人。
乜嘢？你喺度講㗎？一直 live。
哦，佢 record 㗎。
係啊，record。
都可以講。
講，你講。
You YouTuber, I'm so glad to see you. I'm going to show you how to do something amazing, some most popular dish in most Chinese restaurants. These are some of the most popular Chinese dish in typical Chinese restaurant. Stuffed, fresh, seasonal vegetable.
YouTube
就咁除落嚟。
Okay, still live. There's two people in there. In YouTube?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's gonna watch both.
Okay. So, Martin. We cannot talk right now. 哎呀，
邊個 call？
唔知講廣東話嘅。
可能Anthony。
哎呀，
你話會聽打緊電話嘅咩？Hello, everybody. Unmute. Can you hear me? Yeah, testing. Mute, unmute.
Should be what?
Can you hear me now? You cannot hear me. Testing, 1, 2, 3, 4. Cannot hear.
Okay, how is your AirPod?
Yeah, we're trying. So anyway, I hope everybody can hear me. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Hold on.
Dry weather. And because of that, I choose 3 dishes that are probably some of the most popular dish in most typical traditional Chinese restaurant. One is 3 treasures stuffing with all the seasonal vegetables. You can pick any vegetable. And another one would be summer seafood, trio of seafood, winter melon chowder. And then I'll have a bitter melon egg omelet or egg crepe. And I'll tell you the reason why I chose these three dishes. First, when you go to a typical Chinese restaurant, particularly traditional Chinese restaurant, you know what? These are one of the most popular dishes. They sometimes serve in dim sum, around dim sum time, but sometimes they also serve throughout the day as a main dish. You can order lunch and dinner. It's called Yang San Bo, stuffed vegetable, stuffed 3 vegetables, but actually I have stuffed 5 vegetables or 4 vegetables. Look at this. I have bitter melon. Okay, I show you the bitter melon. Okay, this is the bitter melon, and this is fresh shiitake mushroom, and this is bell pepper, and this is eggplant. I cut the eggplant into little like a sandwich. Okay, like a sandwich, and then I have ground meat and shrimp. Okay, and then also some water chestnut, shiitake mushroom, and green onion and cilantro. Put them all together, and then I'm going to show you how to mix all of these as for stuffing. Okay, first I have this. I put this, all of these, chopped water chestnut, green onion, and shiitake mushroom and green and cilantro right here. Cilantro right here, and then I will put the ground shrimp and ground meat right here. Okay, ground shrimp and ground meat right here, and then in the meantime, I'm going to marinate this with a tiny bit of sesame seed oil, okay? And a tiny bit of soy sauce or salt. Soy sauce or salt, I don't want to make it too dark, okay? And then of course, always remember a tiny bit of cornstarch, okay? And then I want to add some extra crunch and spice. I have chopped ginger, look at that, chopped ginger. I put it right here, and a little dash of white pepper, okay? And then when this is done, I mix this up. I mix this, and then this will be the filling, okay? This is the stuffing. Look at that. This is it. When this is done, it looks like this, okay? Very, very simple, okay? Everybody can do this. You can do this ahead of time. Don't have to do in the last minute, okay? So now, this is how we do it. I have this, and then I first dust this. I first dust this a little bit with cornstarch, okay? With cornstarch. I stuff this, look at that. And I shake this, look at that. This way, when I stuff it, the meat will, the filling will stay with it, okay? This, I also stuff it. Bell pepper. Normally, when they do this in Asia, this bell pepper is just half of a bell pepper, okay? And then also, I also put a tiny bit of right here, okay? Look at that. Even my dog is getting very, very hungry. I have a little puppy. Always get, when it smells food, it always barking. And then I also put a tiny bit of, okay, look at that. Then this is bitter melon. I want to show you quickly how to do the bitter melon. You put your spoon here, you scoop it out, you scoop it out, you scoop it out, you scoop it out, and then you scoop all this out, you have this, okay? And then you also dust this. Now, if you don't want to have some bitter melon, is actually pretty bitter. And then, but at the same time, bitter melon is very, very good. The Chinese herbalists believe that bitter melon can lower your cholesterol and also your blood pressure, okay? And also reduce, particularly sometimes you get really tired, particularly elderly people, senior. What they do is they normally was clam, okay? Clam. And then this way, it will reduce your clam, that you don't get clam up, okay? Now my puppy kind of calmed down a little bit because I said, I will feed you, don't worry, okay? And of course, another reason is I have a special guest, flew all the way from Shanghai, is Anthony Said, my good friend and my associate for many years, a graduate of the Codon Board, is a shepherd, also an unbelievable, talented artist. Okay, and a lot of the earlier when I do the other restaurant, that he was part of the sous chef and associate chef, and also he is the creative director of Yan King Cook. Okay, now thank you, Anthony. And then in the meantime, look at that. We all dust this. Even this is all dust. This has to be dust too. Everything dust, dust. Okay. Once this is done, then you stuff it. Let me show you how to stuff it. Okay. You use a knife. And then I turn this on, and I want to do this. And then look at that. I put this right over here. Look at that. Now, if you find bitter melon a little bit bitter, it's the bitterness. The bitter melon is also very high in fiber. So it's really, really good for you. Okay? And then I stuff it like this. Okay? Anthony, you can right over there, you can sit down. Don't worry. A special guest, VIP guest. Now today we have people from Toronto. I just came back from Toronto. People always ask me, how do you rate the food, the Chinese food and Asian food in North America? Which has the best? Which city has the best Chinese food? I always said in North America, there are a lot of great restaurants, but in Toronto and in Vancouver, there are a lot more good Chinese restaurants. Even though the good Chinese restaurant is spreading all over the U.S., but in Toronto, a lot more. Sometimes in one street, you have about 3 or 4 really, really good Chinese restaurants, okay? And then I stuff this, and we'll show you how to stuff this, okay? Now this is eggplant, make into a sandwich, and I put it right here. Can you see that? I put it right here. And looks like today, the sunny California, my garden is full of flower. Look, take a look at all of these. This is all from my garden, okay? And that's the reason why I have a little allergy, because there's so much pollen and there's so much flower, so many flower running, all over my backyard. And all of these are edible flower. All these are edible flower, edible flower, edible flower from my garden. Mint. All of these are from my garden, okay? So now when this is done, we will also coat it a little bit, and then we're gonna stuff this, okay? We're gonna pan fry this. We show you how wonderful this could be, okay? Now, let me remind you, this is bitter melon. This is bitter melon. You open it up like that, it looks like this, okay? And basically, it's a squash. It's also called bitter squash. The Chinese always call melon. Everything is melon, okay? Winter melon actually is a winter squash, okay? In the meantime, let me show you. We heat up a frying pan, okay? Anybody have any question? Anybody have a question? Yes. You do not have to, the bitter melon doesn't have to be ripe. In fact, the ripe one is a little bit, normally you use the regular one. You don't need the ripe one, okay? In fact, when it's ripe, the seed is too loose and it's red. Now, so no worry, okay? Now look at that. One, I put it right here. Let it pan fry. Yellow bell pepper stuffed, pan fry. Red bell pepper, pan fry. And then eggplant, pan fry. And then eggplant, pan fry. Red, pan fry. Okay? And then bitter melon, pan fry. Look at that. And then, yeah. Well, the original recipe is only 3. It's only bell pepper and eggplant, okay? Yellow and green bell pepper, but I add 2 more things. I add bitter melon and shiitake mushroom. Just to show you, you can create anything you want. But in the meantime, while we're pan frying this, I want to add tiny bit of water to let it cook a little bit. Oh, okay. And then I cover this up. and let it finish cooking because it's ground meat, okay? In the meantime, I'm going to show you the sauce. The sauce, okay? We have some mushroom sauce or chicken broth or broth, tiny bit of sugar, and then I have some black bean, salted black bean. You can buy them in a container. When you use salted black bean, you basically what you have to do is use your knife to crush this a little bit, but don't crush it too much, just enough, okay? Right, look at it like that.
This is one of the function of your knife.
Yeah, this is the function of knife. You can chop, you can tenderize, you can use a spatula. That's why this knife, I hope somebody gonna win one of these knives. This knife, you cannot find this any retail stores, okay? Show you the knife. Yeah, let's announce the first winner because I'm gonna give you the knife that I just used, okay? Virginia, you're lucky. Virginia, I'm gonna give you one of these knives. Look at that. Virginia, look at that. This, and also I'm gonna give you a knife guard, okay? I'm gonna give you a knife guard too. The knife guard, I'll show you my knife guard. My knife guard is like this. So, you see this? My knife guard, I protect my fingers. So when you cut, you put your finger here and you cut, okay? Knife guard. Finger guard. This is a knife guard. I'm going to show you the knife guard. This is the knife guard. You put your knife here to protect your knife. That's the knife guard, okay? And then this is a finger guard. So that's how you do it, okay? In the meantime, I'm going to make the sauce. I'm going to make the sauce. Now this is some mushroom juice, okay? And I'm going to stir fry. In the meantime, I'm going to put this here. Let it finish, okay? Let it finish cooking. Make sure it's finished cooking. Beautiful. Oh, beautiful. Okay? In that case, we're going to use a frying pan or saute pan and cook the sauce, the black bean sauce. First, you use tiny bit of oil, half a teaspoon, okay? And then you use a tiny bit of black bean garlic, salted. This is actually fermented, very aromatic. You can buy them, you can put in the fridge. You can put in the fridge. You can put in the fridge anytime for months. In fact, I have this for almost a year, okay? And put in the fridge because they're salted and fermented and then I put it right over here. And then I also put a tiny bit of garlic and ginger. This is crushed garlic and crushed ginger, okay? And garlic and ginger. This way, it gives the sauce is unbelievable. You saute this, okay? Not much oil. Saute this, and it's very, very simple. And then, look at that, I want you to take a look at this. This is sizzling. I want to see, this is sizzling. Can you see that? It's sizzling. Can you see this? Sizzling. Okay. And you don't want to overcook them. Any other question? You should store in the fridge. If you store in the fridge, it'll last 2 years or 3 years. But you store at room temperature at least a year, okay? And I put a tiny bit of sugar because salted black bean is salty. Put a tiny bit of, give a little balance. And a tiny bit of rice wine, okay? And a few drops of sesame seed oil, okay? This is how you do it. You do it all together. This is how you save. And this, when this is done, you basically thicken. Now, as I mentioned, particularly our friend from Virginia, when you thicken a typical Chinese dish, you use cornstarch or tapioca starch or potato starch. You use 1 portion to about 2 portions of water. You mix them well. And then when you put it in, you put it in slowly, okay? You put it in slowly, like this. And then, look at that. Oh, beautiful. And then, this is a beautiful sauce already. I want you to take a look at how beautiful the sauce is. Look at that. It is sizzling, right? So, I will thicken this up. Beautiful. And then in the meantime, this is done. Beautiful. Whoa. Look at that. This is gonna be amazing, okay? This is also done, and we'll take this out. Now this is gonna be beautiful. This is sauce. Look at the consistency of the sauce. Look at that. This is what it is. Whoa, look at this. It's amazing, very nice and smooth, okay? And then plating. I have a spatula, and I move these. I want to show you how beautiful this is. This is absolutely gorgeous, okay? Look at that, how beautiful, nice and golden brown. Look at that. Look at this, huh? Look at this, amazing. Look at this, it is so beautiful, and it's fully cooked, okay? Look at that. And this is like grilling, and it's beautiful. Look at that, okay? So, when this is done, you're gonna use a tong to plate it, okay? Here is how you do it. You put the center piece right in the middle. You put the red on one side, okay? Put the red on one side. If it come out, you put it back. Look at that, it's no problem. This is how beautiful this is. And then yellow on one side. And then bitter melon on the end. Bitter melon on the end. And then you use eggplant, beautiful eggplant on one side. And as I always said, you can spend a lot of time doing a beautiful dish, but if you can make it beautiful, look good, then everything looks marvelous, okay? And then that golden, it's like a gold corn, okay? It's like a gold corn. Look how beautiful, okay? When this is done, I'm gonna put that sauce right on top. Look at this, look at that, look at how beautiful. This is how amazing this is, okay? And then, yeah, you can yeah, oh yeah, definitely. Jalapeno or any pepper, hot chili pepper, okay, the long one, even better. And then you put it around here. I don't want to cover everything, okay? So I just put it in between. So this way you can enjoy it. This is so beautiful, okay? Look at that. Now, in fact, let me show you. Another way of doing it is, you can actually do it like this. Let me show you. You know, cooking is about using instinct. I put this one right on top of here. I put this right on top of here. This is, let me use this. I put this one right on top of here, so this way, I want to show you how to present a dish. Put it right on top. And then another right on top. Okay? And then, this way, you have a much more interesting look to it, okay? So in a true sense, you can do whatever you want. And then if we have some green onion, and that's all you have to do. Green onion, we have some chopped green onion. Put it right on top. Look at how beautiful. Can you see that? Look at that. It is beautiful. And then a little flour on one side, because this is a little bit boring here in this angle. And a little touch, a little thing here, and a little thing here. And this is how beautiful the dish is. Look at that. I cannot believe it. Yeah, the purple and the always learn to clean up. Just like when we have a restaurant and Chef Anthony work with us, we always make the dish looks beautiful. Look at that. This is the dish, a little bit different. than what you normally see in the restaurant. Any other question? Anybody have any question before I move on to summer's trail seafood winter melon chowder? Anybody? Anybody? Yeah. You know what? After I finish, after the photography, we try to document everything so we can put the dish on the internet and everything. Our whole crew, everybody today, including Anthony, Chef Anthony, we will eat, never waste anything, okay? Because these are look how beautiful this is, like a little pagoda, okay? This is how you present. I just want to show you different way to make the dish looks beautiful, okay? And then in the meantime, if you have any other questions, we will be happy to answer you again. Here, yellow flower, this is the rose, this is edible rose that I grow in my garden. You know, a lot of the rose petal, a lot of the flower petal is edible. You know that? A lot of these, some of the succulent, they are edible. So that's the reason why we grow flower. Some of this flower is not edible. Some of this flower is edible. Okay. So here, the second dish, I have winter melon. Okay. I cut the winter melon. I'll show you how to peel this. This is very hard. Okay. When you cut the winter melon, this is the best way to do it. It's like this. You cut it like this, about this thing, and then you hold onto your knife. That's why this knife is so functional. This, you can use it, and then if you, see, nice and clean. And then even this, don't waste this, okay? Even this, you can actually use it and put it in soup, okay? And then let me show you how functional the knife is. After you cut this, you want to transfer, you just transfer everything right here. It's like a spatula. Then you can put it down here. In the meantime, I cut this up, and I will cut this, and I partially boil this with water. Partially boil this, okay? So this way, you don't have to boil it, but it makes it much faster. I boil this, okay? Bring the boil, and after I boil, I would blend it, put in a food processor, and I will blend it, okay? In the meantime, I want to show you how to do this, okay? Now look at that. I bring the boil. This is a homemade soup stock. I clear all the fat, okay? Homemade soup stock. Okay, that's it. About 4 cups or so. In the meantime, I'm going to show you. This is the one that I already have boiled, and I use the food processor or the blender to chop this up. I'll show you the consistency, okay? So everybody cannot miss this. This you can do it ahead of time. Look at how beautiful. Dong Gua Yong. Okay, look at that. Puree, paste. Yeah, very fine. I put into liquefy. Okay, chop it up. Look at how beautiful. Okay, and then I add a tiny bit of white pepper and salt. Tiny bit of white pepper and a tiny bit of sesame oil right here. So this way, while you're waiting for the water, this is how you save time. You don't have to waste anything. And then in the meantime, also a tiny bit of sea salt. This is sea salt. You can use Himalayan salt. Just a tiny bit. Don't use too much. When we get older, as a senior, for all the seniors, cut down on the use of oil and salt. Okay, this is going to be very, very good. Very, very low soy sauce. Okay, and then when this is done, we're ready. And then trail the seafood. Look at that. We have fish, we have shrimp, and then we have this. And then this is what we have. I'm going to show you, okay, how to cut this up. If this is small, you can cut into individual. But this one, I cut in half, okay? And I set this out, look at that, cut in half, and I can have like this, cut in half, okay? And make sure you remove the vein, okay? Make sure you remove the vein, always. And then you chop this up. Just chop it up a little bit, okay? Into a little dice, and then put it right here. And then I also have fish. A trail of 3 seafood. This is basa, very good fish. Okay, one cut into little dice like that. One, this is the fish, little dice. You can use any fish. Okay, you can use bass, and this is scallop. You can use bay scallop or you can use sea scallop. I butterfly this in half. Okay, and then I go 1, 2, 3, and this way, this would be floating on my chowder. Okay, and this is all the thing. Basically, very simple. Always learn to marinate your seafood. Okay, you have this right here. Okay, and you have this right here, and then you have shrimp and scallop. All of these, and then you marinate. Basic marinade, very simple. A tiny bit of wine. Okay, if you use wine, otherwise forget about wine. And then put a tiny bit of sesame oil and pepper, and then cornstarch. That's it. Why you do that? Because it helps to seal the juice and the moisture. Because the cornstarch turns into a paste to coat all of these. That's why it's nice and smooth and beautiful, not overcooked. Now in the meantime, can you see that? This is boiling. Can you see that? It is boiling, okay? Now, when it's boiling, I'll introduce you all the other things. This is all ready. Get ready, okay? And then, when this is done, I want to show you a couple of things. I have carrot. I have diced carrot, okay? I put the diced carrot right here, okay? I have green peas right here, okay? And I have shiitake mushroom. You can use fresh or you can use dry one and soak them and boil them. And I dice them, okay? Dice them, put it right here, okay? Everything is right here. And then, besides that, you know what I have? I have bamboo shoot. Have you seen bamboo shoot like this? It outside looks like this, inside looks like this, okay? So it's so cute. You cut it up into little diced pieces like this. Let me show you how easy it is to dice it, okay? I butterfly this, okay? And I go 1, 2, 3. And then I, 1, 2, all dice. Dice bamboo shoot. Now, you know what? You can actually buy fresh bamboo shoot when it's on season, like in the spring or early winter. There's a winter bamboo shoot and spring bamboo shoot, okay? Bamboo shoot. Normally, I rinse it in hot water first before I cut it, okay? And then I have all of these tiny bit of white pepper, okay, for flavoring. Now, look at that. I want you to take a look at how I make this. This is also a very popular dish because winter melon is very, very good. And the Chinese believe qingyi gaidok. In the summer when it's hot and muggy, particularly global warming, very, very hot, this reduces your heat, the heat in your body. That's why you have winter melon, stir-fried winter melon braised winter melon soup. This is winter melon chowder, okay? And then when this is done, I put this right here, a lot of seafood, okay? A lot of seafood, because this is the right portion. We do not want to use too much, because this should be a nice, well-balanced dish, okay? And then, look at that, beautiful, look at this, look like a paste. All of them, okay? I use about 1.5 cup to 1 to 3/4 cup of this. And then I bring this to a boil. Look at that. This is amazing, great summer dish. Everybody, whether you're from Toronto or Virginia, from San Francisco to Belmont or Fremont, everywhere. Look at that, look how colorful this is, okay? It's amazing, okay? When this, I don't want to waste this either. Make sure everything is boiled. And then I have egg white. Look at the egg white. I have egg white, okay? Make sure you get the egg white ready. I also have green onion, okay? Green onion. This is the green onion. I saved one of these. And then I use this. Question, yes, question. Oh, definitely. Cooking is just like anything else, okay? you can use whatever you like. You can use ground beef. If you use ground beef, would be like Seiwu Lugang, okay, very, very famous. The Westlake beef chowder, okay? And then to make it more flavorful, I would add a tiny bit of extra chopped ginger. Look at that, chopped ginger, amazing, okay? Chopped ginger. And then also, you gotta thicken this up. By thickening this up, we use broth. Always use 1 portion to 2 portions. Always make sure you can bring it to a boil, okay? Because this is a big pot. Can you see that? It's boiling, okay? Now, you do not, I want to remind all of you, Asian or non-Asian cooks, when you do this very gradually. You don't just dump the whole thing in. You do it like this. Look at that. This is how you thicken a dish. 1 portion to 3 portions water. You stir, you stir, you stir, you stir. You put it in slowly. Put it in slowly. Put it in slowly. Can you see this? It's thickened. Can you see that? Now you have the chowder, you know, and don't put it in too much, all at once. Look how beautiful this is. Look at that. Look at that. This is the gum. This is the chowder. Okay, you can tell it's thickened, but it's not too thick. It's not a sauce. It is a chowder. Look how beautiful. Can you see that? Then when this is done, now look at that. This is the key. Okay. When it's done, I beat up a little egg white. Look at that. I beat up 3 egg white. Now this is the trick. I turned it off the heat now. Look at that. See that? I turned it off. Can you see that? I turned it off, okay? So you turn it off. This way, this will be nice and fluffy and smooth. I go like this. Okay, look at that. Look at that. It is like a flower. Look at that. It flows. Can you see that? It flows on top. This is egg flour drop soup. If you want to have more, and then you can have more. Look at that. Yeah, turn off the heat. And you see that the egg white is floating on top. Can you see how beautiful this is? And then when this is done, we're going to serve. We are going to serve this beautiful, beautiful. Look at that. That's how you do it, okay? That's how you do it. Oh, normally when you do a stir-fried dish, 1 portion of cornstarch or tapioca starch or potato starch to 3 portions of water. But if you thicken it like that, you can use 1 to 2 or 1 to 1. This way you don't have to dilute it. But if you use chicken broth, it's okay anyway. Right? So now look at that. Look how beautiful. Can you see this? Can you see the flour? Okay. And then I put this. Look how beautiful. This is my winter melon chowder with a trail 3 seafoods. Right. And how about more question and let us raffle on other announce an other winner. From San Francisco, beautiful. Now look at this. This is winter melon soup. And then of course always remember, and if you have toasted sesame seed, you can also put some toasted sesame seed. And then I even have one of these. Okay? And then I have one of these. Look how beautiful. That's how you do it, okay? And this is so amazing. Everybody can do it at home. This is something everybody can do it. Any other question? Let us announce, and we'll show you what I'm going to give it to you, okay? Now, everybody have a knife at home, but you do not know how to sharpen it. So I'm going to give you. We have to select the winner already, right? Juanita Gonzalez. I'm quite sure you have a knife at home. Knife is one of the most important tools in the kitchen. I'm going to show you. I'm going to give you one of these. You know what this is? This is a diamond sharpening stone. It sharpens all your knife. It sharpens all your knife, okay? And this is wonderful. This is not available in the market, okay? So I also throw in a finger guard for you, okay? And then I also offer you Martin Yan's Quick and Easy cookbook. And if you want to have more recipe, you can always check Unlock's website and also yankincook.com website, so we can show you. This one you can sharpen any knife. We'll show you. You have big knife, small knife, and you can sharpen any knife like this. Normally, most of the sharpening steel is round. Can you see that? It's round. But this is flat. This only hones your knife. This one not only hones your knife, but sharpen your knife. This is diamond sharpening steel. I hope you enjoy that one, Lita. Okay? And this is for you. I even sign it for you. In the meantime, take a look at the first dish that I have done. Beautiful, right? This is a stuffed seasonal vegetable with 3 precious stuff, okay? With all the ground meat. And this one is the winter melon chowder with the trail of seafood, okay? And then in the meantime, I want to show you, we will do this. Okay, look at that. It should be, because warm would be always tastes better when something is warmer. Okay, so if I were you, I would drink it warm or hot. But if you want to drink it cold, it's okay because it's very tasty anyway. So the next one I want to show you is very, very important. The next one I want boiling water, and then to boil. Now the next one is an omelette. This is another very, very popular dish. I want to show you the ingredient first, okay? Everybody look. Now look at this. The egg flour is floating. Can you see that? The egg flour is floating on top. Look how beautiful this is. You see that? That's why you have to do it like that. Now, the next one I want to show you is something everybody should learn and should get. Now, if you just use the egg and bitter melon, it's a little bit boring, okay? So I add a couple of things. I add goji berry. You can actually buy goji berry, fresh goji berry. I was in Toronto, and they actually have fresh goji berry available, okay? And then this is 3 eggs, okay? You can use 4 eggs, okay? And then this is bitter melon. Bitter melon, very simple. Whenever you do bitter melon, how many of you have tasted bitter melon before? Yeah. The bitter melon, make sure whenever you buy squash, this is basically squash, they're nice and firm. When it's not firm, that means it's too old. This nice and firm and nice and waxy. Okay, you clean it up, wash it, and it's nice and firm. And then you use the spoon to scoop out the middle. Can you see that? You scoop out the middle. Scoop out the seed, okay? Scoop out the seed, and then after you scoop out the seed, look at that. That's the beauty of a Chinese chef knife. Look at that. You got all this, and it's done. All clean up right here. So that's the reason why it's so good to have this. And then you slightly thin slice this, okay? And then we're gonna boil some water, which is already boiled. Can you see that? Bring the pot of water to a boil because I want to add a tiny little salt. A tiny bit of salt, and then also a tiny bit of baking soda if you want. Salt. This is salt. This is salt. Put a tiny bit of salt. This will get rid of some of the bitterness, okay? So I slice this very thin slices. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Very, very thin. And then you can do it very fast. And what? Oh, here, okay? And then when this is all done, I put it over here. And now a lot of people love Asian, particularly Chinese, particularly myself. I actually love the bitterness. The more bitter, the better. But a lot of people, you cannot get used to it. Well, this is my recommendation, okay? put a tiny baking soda to keep the greenness, just a teeny tiny bit. And then you bring this thinly sliced bitter melon to boil, okay? Now I want you to see this. Can you see that? It's boiling, okay? You can see it's boiling, right? Can you see that? Amazing, okay? Yeah, I add a tiny bit of salt and a little dash of baking soda, okay? Because I want to keep it green. I want to keep this nice and green, okay? And then goji berries getting ready, okay? And then, look at that, it's going to be so beautiful. You don't want to overcook them, just enough. And then you let it drain, okay? Let it drain. So, this is what it is. And then this is what it is. I want to let it drain a little bit right here, okay? Now, just enough. Look at how beautiful. Can you see how green this is? Comparison. This is the original color. Can you see that? That's the reason why you use a tiny bit of alkaline, because it's alkaline, so it keeps the chlorophyll nice and green, okay? Look at that. But don't put too much, okay? And then after that you rinse it. After that you can rinse it. You can rinse it. Look how beautiful. Yeah, look at that. Look at how beautiful. Huh? Yeah, baking soda, not baking powder. Baking soda, okay? Look at that difference. Originally is this color. Now it's even brighter. Can you see that beautiful? Look at that. See? That's why, okay? In the meantime, we are ready to cook, okay? And the reality is, I'm going to show you how to make an omelet. Now the two ingredients I added on. Bitter melon, 3 to 4 eggs, goji berry, and this is Sichuan pickle, and this is preserved turnip, okay? This is the, what we call choi po, okay? Preserved, and you can buy them Asian store. This you can keep it for a year, okay? And then when I stir fry them, I put it all together. Look at that. I have the bitter melon, I have the preserved turnip, I have the Sichuan pickle, put it all together, okay? And then goji berry, put it all together. This is how we save time, okay? And then we are ready to go. First, we're gonna turn it on and put a tiny bit of oil, less oil and less salt. Any other questions so far? I blanch it for about 1.5 to 2 minutes max, okay? Anybody have any questions? Yeah, but keep maintain the greenness, the chlorophyll. The Chinese chef do that for when they go to one-time a noodle shop. You see how beautiful, bright green the broccoli and the mustard green, the choy sum and gailan, because they put a tiny bit of this. And also when you do it, don't cover it, okay? Do not cover it, okay? Now in the meantime, we're gonna put a tiny bit of, look at that, ginger. Yes, please ask, garlic. The texture of bitter melon is similar to a zucchini and cucumber. And a little crunch to it, but not too much, okay? And stir fry, and then put this right here. Oh, look at that. This is so beautiful, okay? And then you toss it. Look at that. This is a little bit more colorful and more interesting than most of the restaurant. When they do this, they don't add a lot of these ingredients, okay? Look at that. Look at how bright this is. Look at how bright. It's beautiful. Stir. Now, because the Sichuan peppercorn pickle and the preserved turnip is salted, right? So you rinse it. Let it soak and rinse it, okay? In the meantime, I'm gonna put a tiny bit of wine, okay? And I put a tiny bit of sesame oil. Okay, but this one, I'm going to use a tiny bit of sugar. This way, it kind of make it less. I think this is sugar. Yeah, make sure you're adding sugar, okay? Not salt. Okay, look at that. Look at that, this is so beautiful. And then you put it all together like this. And then, rice wine, you can use sake, okay? Then, I want to use a tiny bit of a special soy sauce. This is a steamed fish. It's slightly sweet. I put a tiny bit of soy sauce. Not much, just a tiny bit of, give it a little touch. Okay? Oh, that's it. That's all I need. And then I put the omelet. Look at that. Look how beautiful. You make an omelet out of these. Okay? It is so beautiful. Very nice. And then make sure it looks so good. Okay, make sure, look at that. Look at this. It is amazing. Look at that. And we want to make sure they are cooked evenly. Look at that. I go like this. Okay? And I go like this. I go like this. Make sure you do not overcook. That's the key. Nice and golden brown. Cooking is about temperature and time control. You do not want to overcook anything, and that's the key, okay? Never, never overcook anything, okay? In the meantime, I'm going to use this beautiful plate. Look at this beautiful plate, okay? Look at that. Make sure. Nice, nice. This, as I said, I remind you all, the Chinese believe winter melon is good for some elderly people like us, that when you have clam in your leg, okay, bitter melon helps, and also high in fiber, and also help to lower the blood pressure and cholesterol. That's the reason why the soul is amazing, okay? And then, let me see. See that? I want to be able to slide. I want to make sure, tiny bit of extra oil. Okay. Look at that. Yeah, medium. This is medium because this is not as high as that. This is only about 10,000, 9,000 BTU. That is 18,000 BTU. That's why. Look at that. And I shake it, and I shake it, and I shake it, and make sure it works. Look at that. Make sure, nice and golden brown. You don't want to overcook them, okay? And then I would flip it over, okay? Flip it over, okay? Oh, it breaks because it's so small. Okay. Okay, look at that. You want to flip it over. And this is beautiful. A lot of flavor, So you don't want to overcook them, okay? Then when it's done, you slice it, you slice it, you slice it, slice it, slice it right here, okay? And then you use some mint leaf, okay? Look at that. Right here, right here. This is so beautiful. Look at that. And this is very, very aromatic. Any other questions?
You want to announce the last winner?
Yeah, let's lose the other winner for gift. Look at that.
It's Peter from Iowa. Peter from
Peter, Iowa. Oh, you know, Peter, you got left out because we're going to send you an autograph, Martinez China, okay? And also another, now, Peter, since I know that your hand is a little bit bigger than Juanita, so this is the knife that I use today, okay? This is the knife. Let me show you. This is the knife. Let me show you how sharp this is, okay? This is the knife that I'm gonna give it to you with the finger guard. And then paper towel. Then I'll show you how sharp this knife is, okay? When you have a sharp knife, you have a beautiful knife. Always hold the knife like this. Index, thumb. Hold on to this tight. Then you hold on to this. Let me show you. Now, you want to test how sharp your knife is, you use only paper towel. Look at that. And you cut. Look at that, okay? And then you stack them all up. Then you cut. Look at how sharp this knife. And then you stack them all up. This is how sharp the knife is. You cut. Look at that. This is 36 fold. And then you cut. Look at that. All of these cut up. That's how sharp this is, okay? So today, we show you how to sharpen a knife, 1 stroke, 2 stroke, 3 stroke, okay? And do not put this knife in the dishwasher. Any good knife, do not put in the dishwasher, okay? So that's how you do it, okay? Now, this, oh, don't do that. Particularly good knife. A good knife, and also very good sharp knife. This is a sharp knife. Don't do it as a chopper. Let me show you. A chopper is a much heavier knife. I'll show you a chopper. This is a chopper. Look at the difference. This is a knife, sharp knife. This is a cleaver, a chopper. Look at how big this is. Look how thick, how big. Look at that, how big. Very heavy. Yeah, and it is shorter because this way you can swing. But do not use a good knife or a Chinese chef knife or French chef knife or German chef knife or Japanese fine knife to chop bones, okay? And then of course, I'm quite sure a lot of people have questions. So a lot of our recipe and the video is on the unlock. Look at that. Here, unlock, where senior embrace life. Yan can cook with unlock, okay? And then, if you want to have more recipe, a lot of people always ask me recipe. You check out this QR code or check out yancancook.com if you want to find out how to maintain the knife sharp and want to have an autograph, personal autograph cookbook, Martinez Quick and Easy and Martinez China. So we will see you again on the next Yan Can Cook with Unlock. And welcome all of you. Yeah, welcome all of you from all over the US, all over North America. And a lot of times we have people from Australia, Ireland, everywhere to join us. So we'll see you again. Malaysia, yes. Malaysia, Singapore, Hong Kong. Lorraine, my good friend, is in Hong Kong, from Hong Kong, watching us and answer some of the questions. Thank you very much, Lorraine, and thank you, Chef Anthony. And we'll see you again the next Thursday of the month.
Yes. So just any other housekeeping items. Thank you, Lorraine, for answering all the questions and all the stuff to help me with like picking winners and hosting recipes. And our next show is going to be on September 7th, 4 to 5 p.m. I see you next time. And also, we have, if you have plans for any of the recipe, email to us on marketing@gmail.com. And if you want to look for the previous recipe, go to the website unlock.com. And thank you very much, Chef Yan. I'll see you next time. And bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, bye-bye everybody. Bye-bye everybody, bye-bye everybody.
Bye. Have a good night. Bye, guys.
Have a good night. And for those YouTuber, thank you for joining us. For you, the TikTok YouTuber, we'll see you again next month. The first Thursday of every month. We'll see you. We'll cook along. Yan can cook for you. And Yan can cook for you. TikTok. You take, I talk. We'll continue to do that. Next time, I take, you talk. You know, or I take, you cook, and you cook, I take.
It's a
Thank you so very
YouTuber.
much. YouTuber. You're the best.
People say they grew up with your show and then their family is your fans for many, many years.
In fact, send me one of your favorite recipe to martin@yankincook.com. You may win a knife like this that you cannot find in any retail market. And also an autograph cookbook from me, from Chef Martin Yan. So in the meantime, Yan can cook, so can you. Goodbye, and see you again next month, the first Thursday of each month. We'll cook along. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Chef Yan.